Welcome back. Today I'm at Turbosmart to talk about blow-off valve springs. Most people think blow-off valve springs are measured in PSI or bar, like wastegates, but that isn't always true. In fact, many blow-off valves, including the factory items, stay open until they're meant to close. But the Turbosmart blow-off valves, they mostly stay closed until they're told to open by vacuum. And vacuum is measured in inches of mercury, and inches of mercury is written like this. Ing. The more ings, the greater the vacuum. For example, this red spring from a Turbosmart blow-off valve is measured in 17 ings. Different vehicles require different blow-off valve springs. Let's ask the experts at Turbosmart for their advice.
More vacuum doesn't necessarily mean a more powerful engine, and a more powerful engine doesn't necessarily mean you need a stiffer bob spring. Most of the time, a standard turbo engine will probably produce more vacuum than a heavily modified engine. If you're swapping out your stock bob for something like a compact plumbback, you'll probably need a spring rated to this.
14 ings!
But if you're running a dual port blow-off valve that both recirculates and vents to atmosphere, like our compact dual port, then you'll need a stiffer spring to keep the valve closed at idle, like our pink spring here.
18 ings!
A full vent to atmosphere blow-off valve also requires a pretty stiff spring to keep the valve shut at idle, like one from our race port blow-off valve.
20 ings!
Things get a little bit different when a two-stroke engine is involved, because there's so much overlap between the intake and exhaust, there's almost no vacuum at all. So you need something really soft, like this V-Port Pro Grey spring. Ing!
6 ings!
And if you have heaps of overlap due to aggressive cams or a ported rotary, you might be making a pile of power, but not a great deal of vacuum at all. And in that case, you want something middle of the road, like our Big Bubba green and purple spring. Ing!
12 ings! Will that fit my Vespa?
Ing! For more information on blow-off valve springs, check out our website.